we are seeing the president join. Let's listen to the president, and we'll get back to you.
I marched a lot of UAW picket lines when I was a senator since 1973, but I tell you what, first time I've ever done it as president. Folks, look, one thing is real simple, I'm going to be very brief. The fact of the matter is that you guys, the UAW, you saved the automobile industry back in 2008 and before. Made a lot of sacrifices, gave up a lot, and the companies were in trouble. But now they're doing incredibly well. And guess what? You should be doing incredibly well too. The simple problem. Stick with it, because you deserve the significant raise you need and other benefits.
Let's get it!
Let's get back what we lost, okay? Yeah. We say them, it's about time for them to step up for us. Thank you. Now, there's a guy I know you don't know here, but I brought him along anyway. Sean Payne, your president. Yeah.
All right, good afternoon, UAW family. I want to thank Local 174, home of Walter Reuther. Thank this local leadership and Director Laura Dickerson. And the big three members, because you're all the reason we're here. This is all about the membership. You know, this site, Willow Run, it holds a historic place in the history of our union and our country. You know, this was part of the arsenal of democracy during World War II. It's where they built the B-24 Liberator bomber. You know, that bomber, they built one of those per hour when they were at their peak. It's what helped us win the war. So today, 80 years later, we find ourselves here again with the arsenal of democracy. It's a different kind of arsenal of democracy, and it's a different kind of war we're fighting. Today, the enemy isn't some foreign country miles away. It's right here in our own area. It's corporate greed. And the weapon we produce to fight that enemy is the liberators, the true liberators. It's the working class people, all of you working your butts off on those lines to deliver great product for our companies.
That's right.
That's how we're going to defeat these people. That's how we're going to defeat corporate greed, is by standing together. You know, this is a historic moment. The first time in our country's history that a sitting USA president has came out and stood on the picket line. Our president has chosen to stand up with workers in our fight for economic and social justice.
Thank you.
You know, it's a historic day and a historic moment in time. You know, just as today, you know, it's about the auto workers who are part of the fabric of the working class of this country. We're the people that make the world run. It's not the billionaire class, not the elite few. It's the working class of the billions of people who have been left behind. That's what this battle's about, changing that. You know what's going to move this? It's not some executive that owns our future. It's us. It's working class people from all walks of life. You know, it's what we decide to do together that's going to change it. It's going to shape the future of this earth and for future generations. And that's the economic reality that corporate executives don't want us to recognize. Yeah. I see these CEOs try to justify a system where they take all the profit and the workers are left to fight for the scraps and live paycheck to paycheck. That's got to end. Right. Yeah. They say they deserve all the profit because they say they're different. You know what? They are different. They have different degrees. They have different responsibilities. They have different titles, different positions. You know what? I agree, though. They're different. Let's talk about some of that. These CEOs sit in their offices. They sit in meetings and they make decisions. But we make the product. They think they own the world, but we make it run.
All right, now let's bring back in former UAW spokesperson Brian Rothenberg. Brian, thanks for the patience. I'm sure you heard there what the president said and everything else that was addressed. Do you think the significance of the first sitting president to visit a picket line goes far into a successful campaign? And sorry to be cynical here. I know that people appreciate his presence there, but how far does that go?
You know, I mean, if you look at the contrast, I mean, this is the first president when I was still with the union that I heard personally mention the UAW and labor in his speeches consistently. And then he did another first, which was he actually, the Stabenow-Kildee amendment would have allowed for incentives to buy union-made, American-made products. Now, it was killed by the Republicans in the Senate. It passed the House, but that is the first time a president or anybody advocated actually giving incentives to buy union-made American products. He gets it. He gets this, lifts all the boats when union members do well. And I think that fits in with this narrative that he's at the picket line for the first time ever.
So we understand how this strengthens the support for the president among union workers, potentially. But what about for the negotiations? Do you think this makes a difference, makes a dent in the negotiations?
You know, I'm not sure. I think it's important. What I think is great about the president today is he's going to walk. I think members really want people to walk the picket line. I was up at one in Ohio earlier this week walking the line. I do think that it puts more pressure on the companies to start to move. And I think we're at an inflection point in this in which the UAW is either going to have to really ratchet up pretty soon. It's been kind of a unique, open public relations strike right now, but in a public relations strike, you're going to come up against government shutdown potentially next week. So this kind of elevates it to a point where they're going to have to get to that point where they get some kind of resolution. So
Trump is headed to Michigan tomorrow. How unified do you see the vote among union workers being? Do you think that the president has earned the vote of workers? Are we beyond that, given just how divided this country is as a whole?
So the UAW is a huge union, you know, and every poll I ever saw when I was there was about 1/3 that was Republican, 1/3 Democratic, and 1/3.
I apologize for the interruption. We're going to hear the president, and I'll come right back to you.
The middle class. That's a fact. So let's keep going. You deserve what you've earned, and you've earned a hell of a lot more than you're getting paid now. Thank you very much.
So has he earned the vote? I thought this might have been a longer speech, but we see him there shaking hands, a couple of brief messages. Talk to us about what you are hearing from the president and what this all does.
First, it might be the shortest Biden speech I've seen, that last piece, but it was impactful because that is what it is about, is rewarding those workers. No, I mean, the union is traditionally 1/3 Republican, 1/3 Democratic, and 1/3 sort of in the middle. It didn't really change under Donald Trump. I think this is more about Michigan because Michigan is in play. And I think what the president is appealing to is beyond just the UAW, but working class voters. I think what Donald Trump is really trying to get in Michigan are blue collar voters, whether they're union or not.
Got it. That third and the rest of the state. Brian Rothenberg, thank you so much for your insights.
Thank you.